Team, welcome to our first weekly sales meeting for the month of August. We're super excited to be here. We've got some great content, great speakers, and some big news to share. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and talk about, really overcoming the challenges in this market and the mindset, the relentlessness that we need to approach these challenges, this market with in order to achieve our goals. So, this past weekend, I went with Nicole Peraino out to some open houses. She'll be on in a little bit to talk about it in more depth. But I really want to get in the weeds and see what is going on. Is this an opportunity? Is this time well spent for our loan officers to go out there and get exposure to real estate agents that are working open houses? And it was a front row view of mindset of different agents that were working these open houses. I was sitting there waiting to go to the first open house. 15, 20 minutes go by. Nicole's not there. She tends to be late. So I realized, I said, why am I waiting for Nicole? I'm just going to go in. Now, I haven't done this in 13 years, so of course there's a little bit of sales reluctance. And, I go in and it was a great conversation. Immediately, the person had great energy. They were engaging. We talked about the house. We talked about their career. They'd been in the business for 3 years. They were in the restaurant business before COVID. COVID shut down the restaurant. They got in the real estate business. And here they are in their third year. And, halfway through the year, they closed 15 buy-side transactions, which is amazing at, this point in their career. It's amazing, period. So we had a great conversation, great relationship. I told her Nicole was going to come and there would be a great contact for her to connect with. But, it was a really good insight into somebody with positive mindset, focused on winning, working on a Saturday, doing what they need to do to win, and talking about the right things, not talking about the market, not talking about the negative, talking about the things that are self-fulfilling prophecy for somebody to win. Then as the day went on, we went on to different open houses and we had different conversations, and you saw the exact opposite. You saw people where the minute you walked in the door, they were, you could see that they were doom and gloom. There was a black cloud over them. They were talking about how tough the market is. They were, talking about doing an open house like it was a chore. And it wasn't the energy that is going to, result in success. Isn't the energy that's going to attract people that want to win, that want to be successful. And seeing this up close and personal, it really showed me the challenge that sales professionals have, which is, overcoming the distractions, overcoming the things that truly are not controllables, and focus on what we can control and having the right mindset. To me, you have to be relentless in pursuit of your goals. You have to be relentless when you're faced with the challenges that a market, challenges you with. So, for me personally, when we were building this business over the years, we had so many challenges early on, coming off of my exit from AIM, dealing with some of the obstacles that, we were faced with in this business as a result of that. Tough to recruit people, a lot of resistance, a lot of people unsure, a lot of people, lost confidence in, our ability to execute and whatnot. But here's what I focused on. I didn't sit there and, let it get to me. And because it would be very easy to let those things get to you. You start to think, you start to second guess yourself. You start to question your capabilities. But I focused on, hey, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk to more people. I believe that if I talk to 100 people, I'm going to find one person that believes in the vision, believes in the mission, believes in me, and is going to want to join me to help me build something special. And as time went on, the momentum built. And it was easy. It would have been easy along the way to shut it down, to blame circumstance, to blame the past for why we couldn't do it, why we need to think smaller. But we didn't. We focused on our goals. We focused on where we were going, and we were relentless in pursuit of those goals. That's what we have to do today. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be curveballs. We're going to have, our kids are going to get sick. We're going to have, a bad rate day. We're going to have a transaction fall out because a home inspection went bad. We're going to have something go wrong in the operations department, and it's going to result in, our day getting sidetracked. Like, these things are going to happen. And as long as we're relentlessly focused on our goals, we're always going to be poised. We're always going to be focused on the big picture, and we're always going to get through it and have the perspective that we're going to get through it. So, my call to action on this one is stay focused. Don't let these things distract you. Remind yourself it's okay. We're going to get through it. Whenever I look at something, I say, hey, 6 months from now, is what's happening right now going to matter? Usually the answer is no. The problem of today is usually going to be gone by next week. So keep that perspective. Now, I want to talk about adding value with no expectation of anything in return. Now, this is a key one. This is one that we can easily lose track of in a time when things are tough, when commissions are slow, when loans aren't coming in the door. It's easy to start focusing on the money. And I really want everybody to understand this perspective is we have to focus on adding value, genuine value. I hear a lot of people come to me, they ask me about, hey, my partner wants me to do an MSA. This person wants me to do co-marketing. This person wants me to spend money on this. And I'm not anti-spending money, but I'm anti-perceived value. I am focused on real value. You could spend genuine quality time with your kids, or you can give them some money and let them go to the arcade. What's the value add? Which one's more valuable? We all know the answer to that, and that's the same thing with our partners. Being the person that sends our partners a message to let them know we have their back, that's a value add. That's the way that somebody wants to start the day. Being the person that when you know your partner, your real estate agent partner, your referral partner is having a rough day, that you send them a message, say, hey, we're going to get through this. Let's reset. Let's come to this second half of the day and dominate. Let's do what we need to do to win. That's valuable. Being the person that's their accountability partner. When they want to do something, they have a goal, they have an objective, they tell you that they're going to take action. Being the person that's following up. Hey, did you do that today? Yesterday, I sent a message yesterday to Matt Brady. Him and I were going back and forth throughout the day, and he was telling me about an event he was going to have that afternoon. I sent him a message last night before I went to sleep and just said, hey, how did everything go? Wanted to check on, how was the turnout for the event? How was the turnout for the training? It turned out great. It was successful. We're partners here, okay? It's important for him to know that I've got his back. It's important for me to know that he had a great day. He was looking forward to this and that he got the numbers that he was looking for. That's valuable. Sometimes we get too caught up in the material things. And we don't realize that value is being a team. Value is supporting one through their success and through their challenges. Value is being a peer and being a accountability partner. I talk about the difference between a mentor and a coach. A mentor is going to give you advice, but they're not following up. They're not going to hold you accountable. They're just giving you advice. If you do something, great. A coach, and this is what we do with Level Up Sales Coaching, is not just going to give you the play and give you the advice, but they're going to hold you accountable. Did you do it? Did you translate into your business? They're going to follow up to make sure you did do it. If you had a big goal, if you had a challenge that you're trying to overcome, they're going to make sure they held you accountable, that you went through what you need to go through to overcome that challenge. That's valuable. These are true valuable things. And when you do that incrementally over time, you become invaluable. So, my call to action is don't chase the money, guys. Focus on success. Focus on winning. We were out there all weekend meeting at open houses. We didn't talk about mortgages, rates, or anything like that all weekend long. We talked about, our challenges, becoming successful in the mortgage business. We talked about our path into the mortgage business. We talked about our families. We talked about the things we're doing to prospect and to build relationships. And those were valuable conversations, memorable conversations. By the end of every conversation, we left and said, hey, we're going to meet this week. We're going to catch up. I'm going to follow up with you. There was no reluctance. There was no resistance, because we were valuable. And that's what we have to do, is we have to focus on value. We have to focus on relationships. And over time, the transactions and the money will follow. Last thing here I want to hit on before I hand it off to Andrew Cady is an exclusive new partnership that we are a couple of weeks away from launching. I've shared some tidbits on social media during my Fridays for winners last week. Shared a post yesterday on this. So this is something we've been working on for 9 months. Big partnership opportunity. Then this goes back to the relationship piece. When you build relationships, when you focus on adding value, good things happen over time. And this is one that's been in the works for a very, very long time. So, we have an opportunity to get tens of thousands of exclusive purchase pre-approved buyers, home buyers that are actively looking to buy a home. Basically, I can't get into all the details just yet, but we would be getting these exclusively through this partnership. These are people that completed a mortgage application, did their credit check, and are interested in buying a house. 2/3 of them don't have a real estate agent. So our goal is we're going to kick off this pilot with 5 states. These states, the average amount of home buyers on a monthly basis that are coming through for each of these states is about 800 buyers per state. And this is every single month, fully pre-approved applicants. So, we're gonna work with our team members. We're gonna focus on, connecting with the borrowers, building a relationship. And our goal is to source these 2 agents in our market, agents that we have relationships with so we can add value to them. New agents that we can develop partnerships by bringing these pre-approved buyers to them to help them through this market. And the reality of the situation is, based upon the number of overall applicants that we have, we don't have enough boots on the ground. So we're going to have to go out and identify some different LOs and different people in local markets so that we can attack this in a broader way. So if you have friends, loan officers in your market, people that you could think of, start reaching out to them. We got to start building for this. In order for this to be successful, we're going to have hundreds of people in each market, guys. So it's important that we've got the team members, the boots on the ground to be successful. So start recruiting, start reaching out to people. There's nothing more valuable than giving people active home buyers and then going to real estate agents and giving them active home buyers. Obviously, inventory pain points are what they are, but there's nothing better than a fully qualified buyer. So this pilot's going to kick off in a couple of weeks. We got 5 states that are part of the pilot. I'm very, very excited about it. We're going to provide some more updates on this and more visibility into the full scope of what we're doing here as we finalize the final details. But again, this is all about getting better every single day. This is all about partnerships and adding value. And for me, I've been working on this for quite some time for the purpose of making sure our LOs have the most value to offer their partners, and we're winning and growing in a shrinking market together as a team. I'm going to hand it off to Andrew Cady, and I'll be back shortly.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Andrew Cady with the Epic Mortgage team. Happy to join you guys today. I want to talk about getting better every day. For me, that is not just something that we put on the wall. That's not just a phrase, the cliche phrase that we say all the time. But for me, it's actually a real big piece of my life. And I want to talk in detail about how I personally get better every day and get better in business. So for me, everything starts with a morning routine. For me, I am an early riser, and I am a big believer that how you start your day is how you will finish your day. If you wake up in the morning hungover and you wake up to grabbing your phone, going through emails and looking at the negative news and scrolling TikTok, you're going to fill your mind with a ton of negativity to start your day, and that's not how you want to start your day. So I'll dive in just a little bit to my routine. Personally, I wake up between 4:30 and 5, 7 days a week, and you may say, well, I don't like to get up early in the morning. I like my sleep. Well, I like my sleep as well. So rather than binging that Netflix show in the evening time, I try to go to bed between 9:30 and 10. So I am refreshed and recharged in the morning. And that's just my personal routine. But the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I have 30 minutes of absolute silence time. It's me, oftentimes my dog, no electronics, and a notepad. I like to write down 3 things, personal, and 3 things business that I will accomplish today. Those may be 5-minute projects. Those may be 2-hour projects. But for me, personal and business, I want to intertwine those so it's always on my mind throughout the day. So when I get done with this 30 minutes of silence, typically just a couple cups of coffee and my dog with me, I will go through, typically head straight to the gym, 30 to 45 minutes of a quick workout, and I am home, showered, and back at my desk before most people are even out of bed in the morning. Now that list I make, that is something that sits on my desk all day, every day. And without fail, I try to get all 6 of those items done that day. I never want to put 6 5-hour tasks on there because we're not going to get it done. And the last thing I want to do is set myself up for failure. So set yourself up with a couple short tasks and a couple long tasks to really set your day up right. Other than that, I want to talk just real briefly about consistency. For me, growth always happens with consistency. And what is getting better every day, but it's growing. Consistency is key. You can do this 2 days a week and then sleep in 5 days a week, and consistency is never going to be there. For me, it's consistency in whatever you do. That may be how many phone calls you make a day to real estate agents. You may choose to do 5. And if you consistently do 5, you're going to win in the long run. Now, you could do 10, but whatever number you choose, be consistent in what you're doing. Don't let your day control you. Control your day. We're faced with things every single day in and day out, things that we can't control. And if we spend our energy, keep in mind, the human body has a finite amount of energy in us. We don't have endless energy. If we spend our energy on things we can't control, we're going to be burned out when it comes to the things we can control. So control your day, control your mentality, control what you're feeding yourself in the morning. There's a big study that was done about it. Tony Robbins is really famous for talking about it, about priming yourself in the day. If you wake up in the morning and you prime yourself with negativity, you will have a negative day. If you wake up in the morning and you prime yourself with positivity, start off with some gratitude items. Think about what you're grateful for, what your why is. You may not really have dialed in what your why is, so dial that in. Figure out what is important to you, fill it with positivity, and remain positive all the way through the day, and don't let the uncontrollables control you. Control your day, start to finish, get better every day. What I'm going to have a call to action to you guys today is join our daily sales huddle every day at 2 p.m. For me, it's a crime that we put so much into this and there's so few people that join on a daily basis. I personally, unless I'm traveling, I'm there because even though I've been in this industry a long time and I've done some big volume, I still learn things every single time I'm on that sales huddle. But besides learning new things, there's a camaraderie feel when you get together with people within your same company. It'll build you up, and it's exactly what you need to get better every day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm LeFore here with the Mortgage List team, and I'm located here out of San Diego, California. We are actually doing the level up coaching, and I wanted to give you a little bit of info as to kind of like what we've been experiencing myself. We've been doing it for now about 2 weeks, and the big difference I think is going to be a lot of the accountability. I use my own CRM called Jungo, and within Jungo, I'm able to use a lot of the platform to be able to see what I'm doing, or more so what I'm not doing. I think the sales screen part of this level of coaching is going to help a lot because it's just a quick snapshot information as to what we are and are not doing, and also being able to see how other people in our company are actually progressing. In level up coaching, we actually have a little small group of 4 within us, and then we have our coach. In this case, it gives us the ability of going and speaking to multiple people that are not just here in San Diego, seeing what other people are doing in other areas, including the open houses and then breaking bread events, and things like that. There is going to be a lot of learning just to be able to understand what other people are doing, because in San Diego, the market is pretty crazy, and being able to see how other markets aren't booming as much and hearing what they're doing to be able to get their business is going to be a lot of fun. So I think throughout the entire sales up or the level up coaching, there is going to be a lot of education that we're going to be learning. The one thing I am looking forward to is being able to see how my numbers grow. I've come from a great month here in the month of July, and looking forward to having this level up coaching being able to take us and take me to even a larger month, and progressing to the next of the remaining year. So if you guys are looking for more level up coaching or you're curious about it, feel free to reach back out to me. I'm happy to give you my 2 cents. Hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you so much for your time.
Hello, everyone. Great to be on the call today. My name is Andy Dowdy from our Cincinnati, Ohio branch. And today we're going to talk a little bit about maintaining the relationships with our agents. We're going to talk about building solid relationships with real estate agents, how we make sure that relationship goes on a deeper level than just the surface, how to maintain a close relationship with these partners, and really what we bring to the table as exceptional loan officers. Now, number 1, how do we build solid relationships? I'm going to talk about listing agents. I think it's very important that we go above and beyond on every transaction that we do, but importantly, gaining new business with listing agents. So, service. Number 1, always deliver exceptional service. With the listing agents, treat them like gold. Every loan that you do is an opportunity to gain another agent partner. Deliver every single time. It's very simple. We do what we say we're going to do. Remember, not all news is going to be great news. So whether it's good news, bad news, or no news, always keep everyone in the process updated, and especially the agents that you're looking to do business with. Next, ask for their business. Once we close, will you meet with me to discuss how we can help grow your business together? Once you've earned that lead, go over the top with updates and communication. Now, how do we make sure the relationships go deeper than surface level? What I like to do, I become an advocate for them, professionally and personally. I find out what they're interested in, hobbies, kids, where they live, what they do on the weekends. And I grow a relationship that's further than just business. I become friends with the agents that I work with. In fact, the top agents that send me business have become very close friends of mine. We hang out on the weekends. Our families do things together. And we don't always just talk business. We get together for personal things as well. How to maintain a close relationship with these partners. Now, again, always being honest and delivering on the word that you give every single time. Invest your time in their business to help them grow. Let's talk a little bit about what we bring to the table to help these relationships stay strong. Number 1, speed to the lead. When you get a lead from a new referral partner, it's got to be gold. You have to put it ahead of everything else and drop what you're doing to make sure that you get in contact with that lead as soon as possible. Fast closings, obviously, it goes without saying. The faster you can close, and provide the exceptional service, the more business that agent's going to want to do with you. Next, support them professionally and personally. Again, like I said before, how can you help them grow on a professional level and also on a personal level? Lastly, you need to give them 100% certainty that you will deliver every single time that you say that you'll do so. That way, when they're talking to their buyers or their sellers that want to end up buying a new property, they know with 100% confidence that they can rely on you, and you're going to give them the same exact service that they're providing their clients. I'd like to give everyone a call to action today. Go over every loan you've closed in the last 12 months. Call that listing agent. Remind them of the excellent service that you provided. Set up a meeting. Get started with that today. Thank you.
Good morning, UMortgage. Happy to be back here. Nicole Peraino with UMortgage coming to you live from Philadelphia, UMortgage headquarters. So today I want to talk to you quickly about my open house strategy on the weekends. So first is the prep work. What do I bring with me? Cell phone, obviously, business cards, and also the realtor cheat sheet, which is a quick reference sheet for loan products facts. This is just an easy way to, add value right away to the agent and just give them something instead of, just a business card. So next, as I'm entering the house, I always, right away, as soon as they see me, I say, I'm a lender, so that they don't, think I'm a buyer and immediately try to start, selling me on the property or make me sign in or anything like that. And the reason I say lender is because I've noticed this is the verbiage that real estate agents use. They don't refer to us as a loan officer or loan originator. They really call you a lender. Even though it might not be technically correct, that's what they say. So I've sort of adapted into their language. So I always say, I'm a lender, and then I introduce myself. Hello, Nicole Peraino with UMortgage. And then I get their name, and then we just start the conversation. I say, how has it been going today? Just starting, just wrapping up, what's going on? You get a feel for how it is. In the meantime, I'm looking around the house, see if there's anything unique or anything, kind of exciting that I can post on social media. Next, I ask them, hey, are you on social media? Then I look them up right in front of their face, see their Instagram or Facebook profile, try to get a feel for if they have good professional presence, if they post a lot of content. If they do, I immediately follow them and I let them know, hey, I'll tag you in anything that I post today. Then if there's people coming in, I always try to back away and I just go take some videos or content. If there's time available, I'll talk with them a little bit more and make sure to get some videos of the house. The most important thing, no matter what, is get the selfie with the agent. This will be very important later for the follow-up strategy. So I hand them the realtor cheat sheet. I introduce myself. I'm a lender. And then I grab the selfie. Anything extra is just fun content. All right. So I do this repeatedly throughout all the open houses. I try to get as many as I can close to one another. And you can use ChatGPT as well to organize them by timing. So some, are open in the morning, some are later in the afternoon. So I kind of organize it in that way. Now, at the end of the day, the follow-up strategy. So once I've collected all of these cards and all of these profiles on social media, I kind of have to go back and organize everything because, I have to remember, okay, this selfie is with this person and this person was hosting this open house and this was the address. So I kind of just organize all my thoughts. And then I separate everyone into two different buckets. There's 3 different types of agents out there. There's the entry-level, very inexperienced agents, definitely need a lot of coaching and training. They don't have a good experience when you walk through the door at the open house. Then we have the mid-tier ones. They do provide an excellent experience, definitely have their shit together, probably producing a decent amount, and just really, you can tell, a go-getter and a little bit of experience under their belt. Then the third bucket is those team leaders and agents who have influence over other agents. Those ones you're never going to see at the open house, at least in my market. Those ones are not going to be out there at the open house. However, the strategy for getting to them is meeting those inexperienced agents and those mid-tier agents who are connected to the team leader and people of influence. So I'm organizing these people into buckets and I'm really dissecting them. I'm seeing their social media, I'm Googling them, I'm finding out which team are they on, which brokerage are they a part of, how can I make valuable connections. Maybe a team leader is looking to grow their business, grow their team, and recruit younger agents. Maybe I can make an introduction to one of them. Or I'm just using this as a way to get to the team lead by posting that selfie of the agent at the open house and tagging the team leader, the team, the brokerage, whoever it is. It's a great way to make warm connections and introductions to everyone. So there's always something to be gotten out of every agent you meet, every interaction you meet. There's opportunity to invite them to events, invite them to coaching, or get connected to their team lead. So I hope this is helpful. Everyone, definitely download the Realtor cheat sheet, grab your business cards, get out there with your phone, take some selfies, bring some waters. I know it can be hot in some areas, and have a great Saturday. I'll see everyone this weekend. Please make sure you post and get out there.
Great weekly sales meeting, everybody. Great content, high value. I'm going to close it out here. I got two things before we wrap up. Number one, overcoming sales reluctance. I talked to you guys a little bit earlier about, me going to this open house last week, and I was waiting for Nicole. I'm sitting there and I'm like, why am I waiting for Nicole? I can just go into this house. But for a second there, I'm sitting there like, wait, what do I do? I haven't been to an open house in 13 years. And then it kicked in. It's like, you're going to figure it out. Okay. Just go in the house, figure it out. The person's either going to be nice and welcoming or they're not. And either way, we're going to figure it out. Right. So sales reluctance is a big deal. Like, these are the things that I've noticed and I've observed from loan officers that they struggle with. They struggle with calling that agent because they're concerned the agent's going to hang up on them or not be nice to them. They're concerned with, approaching an agent at a settlement where maybe they're not working with this listing agent and having a conversation about working together. Like, they're concerned about these things that are all in their head. And at the end of the day, we have to get over ourselves. We have to understand it's part of the game to strike out. There's nobody that hits 1,000. Okay. There's nobody that hits that is, if you bat 400, you're the greatest hitter of all time. In our business, if you bat 100, you're the greatest hitter of all time. It's okay to swing and miss, guys. Nobody's going to sit there and laugh at you. It's okay. We've got to normalize failure. We got to normalize taking the swings and getting some hits and striking out sometimes. But that's part of the game. I'm doing it. I'm showing you. I'm going to the open houses. I'm going to do it again this weekend. I'm intrigued. I want to learn. I want to be able to learn from these experiences and help the team get better, but also help our real estate partners get better by providing more training and resources for them as well. So focus on actually don't focus on these problems. Attack them. Overcome the challenges. Challenge yourself. Remind yourself that failure is okay, that what's the worst that can happen. And right now, we all need to do one more. We need one more loan from everybody. We need one more, buyer for our pipeline. Like, we need one more. We all have to do our part. So with that said, I'm going to have one last, slide here, and it's a big thank you. Thank you to our operations team members. Last month, with the first month of Project 1.62, we asked all of our operations team members to relearn their specialization. And I talked to a bunch of operations team members this past week, and it was challenging. And they gave me the feedback, and it was really challenging for them. They're managing their normal workload, but they're relearning everything with the same expectations of client experience and supporting their partners and doing a great job. And it was hard, but they got the job done. So thank you to all of our operations team members. We truly appreciate you. And I want all of our loan officers to take the time. Please, I'm begging you, take the time, make the phone call, have a meeting, and just show your gratitude. These people are working their butts off. They care so much. Believe me when I tell you, they care. We need to do a better job developing those relationships. We need to do a better job leaning in to anywhere where there's friction and creating a relationship and creating a frictionless experience and creating a situation where we have each other's backs. But we got to go above and beyond. We got to lead on this one, guys. So I'm challenging all you guys. Make sure you show your gratitude to the operations team members, the loan coordinators, the processors, the closers, the post closers, the lock desk. Like, everybody needs some love. It's hard out there. And believe me when I tell you, they don't have they don't get to go to closing and hear the customer say how great they did. They don't have the realtor tell them how great they are. They're not, they don't have a level up sales coach tell them how great they are. So it would be great to hear from you. It would be great to, for you to recognize and show your appreciation. So I'm showing my appreciation to the entire operations team. I appreciate you guys. I know how challenging it was. We can't do what we're doing without you. We need you. We appreciate you. And we're very, very thankful for everything you do to help us get better every day. That's it for today's weekly sales meeting. Have a great rest of the day. Dominate your day and stay focused on winning, team.